Hey everyone, it's Elaine with Sweet Stampin'. Thanks for joining me this Tuesday, April 1st. So I'm not going to play any April Fool's jokes on you. I know you're kind of expecting it, but I did have time to do a few to my husband and daughter, which I will share later because they haven't found them all. And if you know from previous years, I really enjoy April Fool's Day and doing little tricks and nothing messy, but just fun. I just think it's fun. So I will be showing that later, so stay tuned for that. My daughter found one of them, so I just, yeah, think it's fun. Do you guys celebrate April Fool's Day? Do you guys do anything for April Fool's Day or try to trick anybody or play any jokes on anybody? I just have been doing it for a while with my kids, and now this is the last year that our daughter will be with us. So had to do it this year, but pretty soon I won't have as many people to do it with at home, just my husband. And he just rolls his eyes and sighs because he knows that it's me. All right, so hey Crystal, hey Louise, thanks for joining, and fun that you're in Maryland. I grew up there in Ellicott City, as I've probably said before, so really love Maryland too. All right, so April 1st. Not only is it April Fool's Day, but it's the beginning of a new month, which means new specials. So the first special is that the last chance list has been refreshed, and there are a lot of new products that will be retiring. So be sure to check that out. I'm going to be creating some graphics, hopefully today or tomorrow, to post about the items that are on sale, so you can make sure to snatch those up before they're gone, because those will go quickly. The other items are all listed on the website. You can just look at the last chance products list, and it'll have a little label that says last chance on it so that you'll know, and you'll see the discount there as well. So really nice. And another fun feature from the website that's new, that I love, that I've been asking for, is that you might have noticed on bundles and suites that the item that you're looking at, if it's in a bundle or suite, there's a drop-down list, and it says this is part of the Wildflower Birthday Suite, and it lists all the other products in the drop down, so you can go look at the other products and you can go back and forth and check them all out. So that's a really excellent feature, so that you know what belongs to what bundle or to what suite online. So make sure to check that out. All right, so last week, what was last week? Yes, it was the last week of March, and I did the, gosh, I already can't remember what I did last week. What did I do last week? I did, I have to look on my list because it's not right here. It's supposed to be right here for me. But today I am doing the Lovely Garden Suite, which is an online exclusive that started in March. And it has the Thankful Garden bundle, along with masks, ribbon, embellishments, and of course DSP. So I'm going to be showing you some ways that you can use these dies. You can use any dies to create some fun and different cards. So I'm just going to show you the basics, and then you can apply that to any of the bundles that you have with dies. So it's really, really fun. Okay, so I do have the names in for the raffle, but I need to discover where I have placed. Usually I place it right with my names, but I didn't. And let's see. It wasn't Memorable Blooms. Oh, it was the paper pumpkin. There we go. And I do have it all out, and I think I displayed it. Is that what I did? What did I do with the paper pumpkin? Okay, I know what I did with it. I already put it in my send out pile, but I'm going to give one away today in the raffle. So when you pop on, I would love it if you would say hi, let me know where you're from, and if you celebrate April Fool's Day and any fun tricks that you have done for April Fool's Day. All right, so while you are putting that in, I'm going to expand this and we're going to look at the screen, and these are all the fun names from last week. And while it's spinning, I can go get the cards, and I'm gonna grab all of them. And I'm gonna give the winner a choice. Oh, Pam! Pam! Wow, fun. Okay, so Pam, you are the winner. And so I'm going to give you a choice between several cards. So I'm laying them out here, and you can choose which one you want. So you have a choice, okay? So here we go. So here is two cards. Here are two cards, and you can choose which one you want. So this one is a simple Z-fold card. And this one is just a simple card, and I added the little hexagon there. So let me know if you want the Z-fold card or if you would like just the simple circle with daisy card. All right, so I will put those aside, but I do like to write the name down so that I remember, because I feel like each day my memory gets worse. Do you guys feel that way sometimes? Okay, and so now I'm gonna write down here. Okay, so next week I am going to be away doing some treatment for my back. So I probably will not be doing a live, but I might say hi from Mexico. So I will let you know. Okay, so here is the Thankful Garden stamp set, the feature and focus of the suite. And I'm gonna start first by showing you two cards. This one is, I'm calling it like a flip flap card or double flap card. And I'm going to be showing how to make this card in a special stamp camp that's coming up Saturday, May 3rd. And then this card I will be showing how to make on in a PDF tutorial and a video that will be available on that day for anyone who purchases this suite. So when you purchase this suite, you're going to be getting two FunFold tutorials with techniques. I did watercoloring techniques on both. So I used watercolor pencils and then watercolor paper and did watercoloring. So it's going to be a really fun stamp camp, and you get it for free with just purchasing the suite. So check out the suite, and hopefully you will buy it and love it and have some sweet Stampin' time with me making cards with it. So this one is also one of the examples that I'm going to show you on a different card of an inlaid die. So basically it's inlaid on the card. So you're going to cut the shape out, and then you can put in a different material, a different stamped, image or DSP, something that you cut out in the same shape. So inlaid die cut. And so this one is fun because it's not only inlaid, it has watercolor, and it's also kind of a two flap. And we've got the embellishments on there, the fresh freesia. And the embellishments also come in several colors. And there was a whole bunch of, I was looking at the retiring list, and there are a lot that are, I'm just going to close that, from the, on the last chance list. All right. Oh, hi, Cindy. Thanks for joining. Ooh. Oh, awesome. Yeah, this is a great, great suite. Okay, so these are the cards that you're going to learn for free, plus 5 other demos are joining. So you're going to get a total of 12 tutorials for just buying the suite, which I think is an amazing deal. Because all these tutorials are really cool, and you're going to learn how to make some really cool cards with this suite that you already will purchase. Hey, Tiffany, thanks for joining. So that is my plug for my Saturday, May 3rd stamp camp. All right, so we have the stamp set. Now this is the faux velvet ribbon in fresh freesia, and it's very thin and nice and soft. So we're gonna try and use some of this today. And then we have the dies and embellishments. So let me put these 2 away. Those go with that. And so let me show you. I'm gonna do this card for you, and then I'm gonna show you this card, and then we're gonna probably do this card. Okay, so here is an example of a partial die cut. So you can use your dies to partially cut out the image that you can put DSP behind and create this really fun look. So I love partial die cutting. It's really pretty, and it's really a wow for a lot of cards. And so you can do it in several ways. You can do it sideways, or like on this card, I did it on the top and the bottom, and then I put a window sheet on there and stamped my sentiment inside so you could see it through the window sheet and through the flowers. So that's another partial die cutting. And then this one, let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna show you this card too. This is similar to this card, same basic layout, except that I went ahead and stamped the image and colored it in. But I did do the partial die cutting, as you can see here. And then I just placed the image on top of where I did the partial die cutting. And I put a sentiment behind the flower, so it's kind of hidden behind the flower. And I'll probably do something similar on this side. I just have to cut out like another, no, that kind of works. So yeah, I was thinking about doing just a circle with love and thanks, and then, you know, doing the thankful for you friend in there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to do it in black, since we have the black background here. And thankful for you. Let's see. Yes, you can never have too many flower sets. Oh, I almost stamped it on the wrong side. Try again. This one is beautiful, and it comes with masks. So we're going to do a little bit with masks too, but I wanted to show you because this set is perfect for these techniques of die cutting. And I think I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals because I think that will be more fun to do. So this suite really has it all. It has all of the dies you need to cut out the images, and then it also has the beautiful paper DSP that have designs on one side and black and white on the other side. And the black and white is really cool because then you could color it whatever color you want. You could use the blends to color the stripes. You could use a blending brush. You could color it with the watercolor pencils. You could color it with anything, really, and you can make it whatever color you want. So it's really customizable and really fun to play with. Okay, so we've got partial die cutting horizontally and vertically. And then I mentioned that we also have inlaid. So I'm gonna show you this card. It's kind of the opposite of the other inlaid one, in that this is flat and then the surrounding area is popped up. So basically what I've done is I have a 4 1/4 piece of Daffodil Delight, and I've used some of the DSP, what do they call it? Just the Brights DSP. And this was 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then this Daffodil Delight was 5 1/4 by 4. And so I've just cut them down and cut them apart. So this is 1 1/4. Yeah, this is 1 1/4 inches. And so I'm basically using similar pieces that I would use for a regular card. I'm just adding this little flap, and that makes it fun too, right? Oh, good. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you the partial die cutting too, but first we're gonna do this inlaid one, okay? And I thought I stamped it. So I've already stamped our flower here. I'm not gonna color it today because of time constraints, but I am gonna put this part together, and then I'm gonna show you the inlaid part, and it's really easy, and it really adds a really cool wow effect to your card. So I've layered these they're pretty skinny layers, and I'm just going to put that on the bottom. I gotta move this up because you can't see. Okay, and then I do see a little white left over there, so I'm just gonna trim this because I don't want to see any white there. Okay, there we go. And then this is just gonna go right inside here. So easy peasy. Okay. And then the next part, we are going to start by layering these two together. So I'm just trying to see if I need to trim. I felt like I needed to trim off just a wee bit here. So I'm gonna trim off, oh, it's stuck. Just a tiny bit here. Oh, it's 3 7/8. So that's just like the tiniest bit. Okay, and then I can go on there. I'm wondering what is off. Something is not square. That looks pretty square. I'm just gonna square this one up. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with this. It should be square, but it's not quite measuring. Okay, so now, okay, I think that looks better. Maybe just a tiny bit more. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit OCD about this now. But I like it to have an even border all the way around because it looks nice that way. Okay, so now when I'm putting the adhesive on, I'm gonna really try to put it on the edges as like close as possible to the edges. I'm just gonna add like a little bit right there and a little bit right there. Okay, and then we're going to use the dies to cut the image out of this and this. So we need to get the big boss. And let's see, I need got the Big Boss. I'm gonna put it right there so you can see. And then I've got the Thankful Garden right here. Okay, so I'm gonna use this die right here. And I'm gonna start by cutting out our image first. So I'm just gonna layer that on there. Try and get it lined up. And then I always offset the plates so that it runs through more easily. Okay, and so we've got our image now. So now we're gonna put this aside and we're going to put this die right on here, and you can put it, you know, you can put it however you want it. I'm gonna go like this. And then again, I'm gonna offset here the plates. And we're gonna roll it back this way. And I think I'm gonna roll it through twice because I'm going through 2 pieces of paper. Whoops, keep rolling, keep rolling. Okay, and so now we have our cutout. And if I did a good job of adhering, we should have minimal glue on the back, and then you can use these for other cards. So save that. I always save my extra pieces. Okay, and we'll move this out of the way for right now. And then this piece is going to get popped up on dimensionals. So I have a whole bunch of dimensionals cut up differently. And that one already lost its sticky, its adhesive top, so we'll definitely use that one. And I'm using more dimensionals than I normally do, but actually I do use more when I have a like an open area, if that makes sense. It just holds better. Okay. So we're gonna take off all the backings, and I think maybe one more right here. Okay. All right. So now I can put this on here. Okay, looks good. And then after I color this, I'm just going to lay it flat. So this is an inlay because I'm laying it in. I guess the other one is an outlay. No, not really. But that's what we did. And again, I'm gonna stamp. I like thank you cards, so it's gonna be another thank you card. And I am grateful for all of you and all of your lovely friendships. And then this is just gonna go here kind of on the bottom side. And you could even make it like a tuck, so it tucks in there, but I'm not gonna do a tuck this time. So that is an inlaid card. So what do you think? Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Becky. Okay, so we've done inlaid cards. Now I'm gonna show you how to do the partial die cutting. So you are going to start with a card, and it looks like I have the wrong card. So you could use this. This is cut, I call it hot dog style, but I wanted to use it hamburger style. So I'm gonna grab another one and I'm gonna get that ready. I just have to score it because the thick white cardstock needs scoring. So, and I'm glad that Stampin' Up has listened, and they are going to continue providing thick basic white cardstock. So this is really great to use. Okay, so now we're gonna use this other hydrangea die, okay? And we're gonna kind of place it, you know, where we want it. So maybe about there. And again, I'm gonna bring this up here. And this technique is so cool and so easy. You're just gonna be amazed. And I'm gonna offset the dies just a little bit, okay? So you double check and make sure that's where you want it to be. And then I'm going to roll it through, and I wanna stop right there. So I'm just gonna roll it part way. So I'm gonna roll it to about there, and then I'm gonna roll it back out. That's it. That's all you do. Yeah, that's it. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut off all the excess. So I'll show you how I line that up perfectly as well. And you can do this, like I said, with any die, like any image die. You could do this with the big leaf die, any flower die, shape die would be cool. But I just use the paper trimmer, and I'm just gonna put this in this way. And then I'm going to line up where the cut ended. So it looks like it's at 2 1/4, about 2 1/4. And maybe I'm gonna do 2. No, I'm gonna do 2 1/8. 2 1/8. And I'm just gonna cut to the line and then come up and cut again to that line. Okay, and there you can use the snips, or I'm just gonna trim that up a tiny bit because that kind of got like a rough cut there. And there is your partial cutting. So now you can decide if you want to stamp the image, and you can stamp the image first. Actually, that might even be better. And I'm gonna save this little piece for some other stamping things. Same with this piece. But since these are photopolymer stamps, clear stamps, it's really easy to stamp them even after you cut. So if this were rubber stamping, I would do it the other way. I would stamp first, because it would be very hard to see where you're stamping on this edge. So I'm just going to ink this all up in Memento black ink. La la la. And I'm going to place this over, and sorry, I'm going to put my head in the way, but I want to be able to see kind of where I'm stamping. Okay, so this looks good. So we're just going to stamp that down. Okay, put your elbow into it. And voila! Okay, didn't get it quite perfect, but pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so then you can color your image like this and add a sentiment and dimensionals. So again, the sentiment is going to be in this Memento black ink. So I did with love. So with love. And thanks. With love and thanks. So you could do it kind of like that too. There we go. And then you can pick whatever paper you want. So let's grab the whole thing of paper. And we could do colored paper, or we could do the black and white sides. So I used this, which is very bold. But I'm wondering if maybe this one I'll do something softer. So we have this with the leaves, but I think that kind of gets lost. So I don't think the leaves are a good choice here. Or, you know, you could do the flowers, but I think that's too busy. And then we do have, I think this is fresh, no, the polka dots. So actually I was thinking the polka dots might look cool. What do you think of the polka dots? I think that looks cool. Okay. And let's see what other ones we have. Oh, we have like the stitching. So this one right here has like the cross hatch, and that might be really good too. But honestly, the black is honestly the best because it's the most striking. So I'm gonna do the black again. So I'm going to cut this at 5 1/4 on my big cutter back here. So get that, and then I'll cut this to 4 inches on here. I wish this was like 6 by 6, because then this would be just like absolutely perfect, and I could cut everything, well, not everything, but most things on it. Most things. Okay, so this is the paper, and it has these really pretty flower designs on one side, and then the black and white on the other side. So we have the polka dots, the crosshatch, the leaves, and then we also have the, I think this is, yeah, the black. And then this is the sheet I think I've used most of. It's because it has the garden green on the back, which I really love. Yeah, black is the best. Okay, so there we go. Put those over there, and then we'll add the black, and then you can color the flower whatever color you want. And it's really fun because hydrangeas do come in different colors, and you can amend the soil to change the color of the hydrangea. I've always wanted to do that, and I still haven't tried it yet. I have a couple of hydrangeas. I used to have some really amazing hydrangeas, and then when we did our remodel, the workers did not ask me about the hydrangeas, and they threw them out. I was really sad, really upset. But because I was going to pot them and try and replant them, but I guess that's partially my fault because I didn't tell them before they got to it. I didn't realize they were getting to it. So anyway, okay. So then you can add a circle or whatever size sentiment you want. You could just do like one of the little sentiments. And then again, color this however you want. So for this one, I used Flirty Flamingo and Melon Mambo to get like a really nice contrast there. Hey, Gian. So that is partial die cutting. And then we did the inlaid die cutting. Okay, and then this was the other partial cutting that I did with color. So I did the garden green and the Highland Heather. And then this is the one that I did where I cut the top and the bottom and then put a window sheet and stamped through it. So this one, let's see, did I stamp first? Yeah, I think I stamped first. So I'm just gonna open this up, and I'm going to get a scratch piece of paper because I'm gonna need it. And then we'll do the black again. And let's do it with this one. I'm gonna change it up. Okay, so I'm just gonna ink this whole thing up just in case, but I only want part of it. So I'm gonna have it kind of dip down like this a little bit, okay? So that's the top. And then on the bottom, I could either do this side or I could do the same side. I think I want to do the same side. And I'm going to push that out this way a little bit. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. So now we're going to cut this twice. And we're going to do very similar. And this time, Okay, so how did I do it with this one? La la la. Because I want it to just cut the middle out. Okay, I have to think to myself, how did I do this? Okay, so I just wanted the middle, but I can't do that if I do it this way. So I think because I have a large Sizzix that can do 6 inches sideways, I was able to do this trick, but this is more difficult because you can see I have an edge here. I mean, I guess I could fold it on top, but you're going to get a, let's see here. This is gonna be a little trickier than I thought because I cheated and I used my 6-inch wide machine, but I think I might have figured it out. I think. No, I'm going the wrong way. That's right. I'm going the wrong way. I want to go this way because I want to stop cutting up there. Okay. So we're going to fold it this way. We're going to put the die this way. Okay. And then I'm going to have to push this all the way to the edge over here so I can put the cutting plate on. And I'm going to stop cutting like about there. I'm going to make it a little bit wider. So about there is going to be like about there. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So we're only going to cut to there. Okay. And I'm going to wind it back. Oh. And the card was like, oh, what are you doing to me? So I don't know if this works very well on a 6-inch machine. Oh, the back of the card is not happy. And I only got it like to partially. Okay, sorry about that. Gosh, I can't pull the machine over because it's plugged like down through and in to show you, but basically it would be the same thing where you only roll and cut up to this point. So, but it just is not working on this. I'm sorry, 12-inch. This is 6-inch, 12-inch. So I have a 12-inch one. So, hey, Karen. So, darn. I might go over there and do it anyway. I probably could. Okay. I'm gonna try something. And so this is card, and then I'm gonna take the phone with me and we're gonna go over to my cheating machine. So sorry, this is gonna get a little dizzy here, but I really want to show you this because it's really, really cool. Okay, so here's my other machine here, and I'm gonna zoom out a little bit here. Okay, you get to see my messy machine and see it does, so I do it this way so I can do a lot more things with this, having such a wide area to work with. Okay, so I'm gonna try and line this up with what I had cut before. And I'm gonna switch arms. Sorry for the shadow, but I am right-handed, so. Okay, so now this time, and I'm going to put the edge of the cutting plate right there, so that when it goes through, it only cuts up to that edge. So I don't know if you could hear me because that's kind of loud, but I only put it through to where I wanted it to cut. So I put the cutting on that part. Okay, so let's try this again. Thank you for being patient and bearing with me here while I show you this fun technique. So now everybody has to get a wide cutting machine. Sorry about that. Okay, so this time we're gonna cut to about there. So I'm gonna try and shove this through one-handed. So there goes the guy. Okay, and now we're gonna go back over to my lovely filming area. And thanks for bearing with me. I'm gonna zoom back in. And now we have these both partial cut. So I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with the other partial cut. I'm going to line this up, and I'm going to cut right about here. Okay, and I'm only cutting to the score line here. Okay, and so I've got this bottom piece free, and then I'm going to, let's see, I'm gonna do this on the other side. I think about here is where I want to cut. Okay, a little bit too far. Okay, so just right there. Okay, I felt the edge there, and then right there. Okay, so now I'm going to put this at 4 1/4, and I'm just going to cut in between those two cut lines right there. 2 cut lines. Okay, and if I did this right, this middle part should come off. Ta-da! Okay, and now you can color your hydrangea, and I can get my window sheet here. That's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you're going to adhere that on there. You just have to adhere it. The adhesive, you're gonna see it, but there's no trick to hide that I know of to hide the adhesive there. But I will trim that up to make that a nicer line, and then you just tuck this right in here, and after you color it, and then you're going to stamp your sentiment in there like this one. And let's see, I've done purple hydrangea, I've done pink hydrangea. I think I'm gonna do blue hydrangeas for this one. I think that'll be pretty. So thanks for sticking with me there, and being patient with me while I showed you that technique. So I hope that this has been fun, and that you have learned some fun ways to use your dies, where you can make these really amazing cards really easily. And the inlaid dies are always fun, and the partial die cutting is a great trick that you can use on any dies. You can use it to make your label dies longer or shorter, or you can use it to create these partial cut dies as well. So I hope that was informative and enjoyable, and that you learned something fun. And again, if you purchase this Thankful Garden bundle, well, the Lovely Garden Suite, you're gonna get a free stamp camp with 12 tutorials, all fun folds, all with techniques. And we're gonna have a Facebook group with lives all that day. So it's gonna be really fun. And you're gonna get all these color tutorials and PDFs with videos, so you can refer to them for 6 of the tutorials. And then we'll be sharing the other 6 cards on Saturday, May 3rd. So make sure you mark your calendars, and if you purchase this suite from me, you are automatically signed up for this stamp camp. So go check it out, and check out all the items on the last chance list that just came out today. No fooling. Really great deals there. And next week I will be in Mexico doing some treatments for my back, but I might pop in and say hi. The following week, I'm going to start working and showing you the Meant to Be bundle, which is super cute, super, super cute. It coordinates with the Be My Valentine, BEE My Valentine, which is carrying over into the new catalog along with the punch. So the punch coordinates with the new Meant to Be stamp set. And there are these amazing dies that have hexagons. And so I'm going to be showing you some really fun cards that you can make using these hexagon dies. I just love using dies in non-traditional ways. And so you're going to learn how to use some of your shape dies a little bit differently. So make sure you mark your calendars for 2 weeks, 2 Tuesdays from now. And I'm going to be showing you how to use your shape dies to create different cards featuring the Meant to Be bundle and the DSP. There's coordinating DSP too. That's really cute. It's similar to our previous DSP that coordinated with the Be My Valentine suite or bundle. And it just comes in different pretty colors. So we get to play with it again, which I love. So have a great week, this first week of April. I hope you didn't get fooled by anybody or anything. And I will be sharing some of my April Fools that I did with my family later on today or tomorrow morning after they discover everything. They need to discover it first. So thanks for joining me, and be sure to mark your calendars every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific time, so 4 p.m. Mountain time, 5 p.m. Central time, and 6 p.m. East Coast time. I will be sharing all of my tips and tricks on using our dies and our products and tools and all of the above. So I'd love to share with you all of my tips and tricks and techniques. So you can also subscribe to my newsletter, which has a tutorial every month. And I also try to send out another tutorial mid-month. So you can just check it out on my website, sweetstampin.com. Thanks, you guys. I'll see you hopefully next week. And if